Quick question before we start. What is harder for you right now? Speaking English or understanding it when someone talks fast? Drop your answer in the comments right now, because by the end of this video, you will know exactly why you answered that way and what to do about it. Okay, I want you to picture something. You are at a party, a work event, a class, anywhere, and someone starts talking to you in English. Fast. Natural, no pauses for you to catch up, and you understand maybe 30% of what they said. So you smile, you nod, you say yes or really or wow. And inside you are thinking, I have absolutely no idea what just happened. Every English learner has been in that moment. I have been in that moment. And for a long time I thought the problem was my vocabulary, or my grammar, or my level. It was none of those things. The problem was that nobody taught me how to listen. And that is what today is about. 5 techniques that change the way you listen to English. Starting with number 1. Predict before you listen. Before any conversation starts, your brain can get ready. But most people skip this completely. They just jump in and hope for the best. Think about that party again. You walk in, you look around. Before anyone says a single word to you, you already know several things. You know where you are. You know the topic is probably small talk. You know someone will probably ask where you are from, what you do, how you know the host. Those questions are so predictable that your brain has already loaded the vocabulary you need to answer them. So when someone actually says them, you do not need to translate. You just hear. Now think about what happens when you do not predict. Someone walks up to you and starts talking, and your brain is completely cold. Not ready, not loaded, starting from 0. So by the time your brain catches up to word 3, the person is already on word 15. And that gap is where you get lost. Predicting closes that gap before the conversation even starts. This works in every situation, not just parties. Before a work meeting in English, ask yourself, what topics will probably come up today? Before a phone call, ask, what will this person probably say? Before a video or podcast, ask, what am I about to hear? 10 seconds, 1 question. Every single time. Your brain does the rest. Number 2, stop trying to catch every word. I know, this feels wrong. You were probably taught that understanding means understanding everything. It does not. Here is what actually happens when you chase every word. Someone says something, you miss one word. You freeze on that word while the speaker keeps going. And now you have missed the next 2 sentences as well. You are not behind by 1 word anymore. You are lost. Back to that party. Someone says, I have been absolutely swamped at work lately. Barely had time to breathe. Maybe swamped is new for you. But look at everything around it. Barely had time to breathe. Work. Lately. So swamped probably means very busy, overwhelmed. And you are right. That is exactly what it means. You did not need to stop the conversation. You did not need a dictionary. You used what you already had. That is what good listeners do. They stay in the conversation and let the meaning come to them. Not every word, the message. Number 3, listen to the same thing more than once. I know what you are thinking. That is boring. I already heard it. But here is what is actually happening each time you listen again. First time your brain is in survival mode. It is working so hard just to keep up that it cannot do much else. It catches the big words, the obvious ones. Everything else flies past. Second time, the pressure is gone. Your brain already knows the general shape of what is coming. So now it has space to hear the smaller things. The words it missed before. The connections between ideas. Third time, something different happens. You stop focusing on meaning and start hearing the language itself. The rhythm, the pauses, the way certain words blend together, the way a native speaker drops the T in that or swallows the H in he. This is actually how your listening gets faster over time. Not by hearing more things once. By hearing the same things more than once, your brain needs repetition to move a word from something you understand slowly to something you understand instantly. And that gap, slow to instant, is exactly what makes you feel lost. In real conversations, native speakers do not wait for you to process. They keep going. So you need words that are already instant. And repetition is how you get there. Pick any short audio or video. 2 minutes is enough. Listen 3 times before you move on. The third listen will always surprise you. Number 4. Use the situation to understand words you do not know. The word for this is context. Context is everything around the word. The other words, the situation, the expression on the person's face. And context is almost always enough. Back at the party, someone points at the food and says, "I am absolutely famished. I have not eaten since this morning." Maybe famished is new for you, but they are pointing at food. They have not eaten since morning. So famished probably means very hungry. And you are right. That is exactly what it means. You did not stop the conversation. You did not pull out your phone. You read the situation and your brain figured it out. That is how native speakers handle new words too. Even in their own language, they read the room. They make a smart guess. They keep going. So next time you hear something unfamiliar, do not panic. Look at what is happening around that word. Ask yourself, given this situation, what could this mean? Your brain is smarter than you think. Trust it. Number 5, one thing at a time. Not English in the background while you cook. Not a podcast while you answer messages. One thing, full attention, even just 10 minutes. Here is the honest truth about multitasking in language learning. It does not work. When you listen to English while doing something else, your brain splits its attention. And split attention means you are not really listening. You are just hearing sounds. There is a big difference between hearing and listening. Hearing is passive. It just happens. Listening is a choice. It takes your whole brain. Think about that conversation at the party. The moments you understood the most were probably the moments you were most focused. Not looking around the room, not thinking about what to say next. Just fully in that one moment with that one person. That focus is a skill, and you can practice it. 10 minutes a day, one thing, full attention. No phone, no background noise, just you and the English. That 10 minutes will do more than 2 hours of half listening. Every single time. Okay, go back to your comment. Speaking or understanding fast English. Here is what your answer tells you. If you said understanding, techniques 2 and 4 are your starting point. Stop chasing every word. Use the situation instead. If you said speaking, it almost always starts here too, because you cannot produce what you have never really heard. Your speaking improves when your listening improves. They are connected always. So here is what I want you to do this week. Find 10 minutes, just 10. Pick something short in English, a podcast, a YouTube video. Before you press play, spend 10 seconds predicting. What am I about to hear? Then listen. Do not chase every word. Follow the message. Then listen again. And if you hear something you do not know, use the situation. Do that 3 times this week. And tell me in the comments if something shifted. I want to know. If this helped you, tap like and subscribe. I am here every week. Real English, real situations, no textbooks. See you next week. Shh.